Tell me what to be.
I don't know, just don't be a dick.
It's too late. Look at me.
Such a dick.
I'm such a dick.
Hello Munchkins! Magandang umaga o magandang gabi depending on what time you're watching this video. My name is Monica and welcome to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I've made any Marvel content, but today of course we are watching Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Most of you guys already know this, but I do always watch Marvel movies in the cinema when they first come out. I usually watch it on opening night because I literally cannot risk spoilers. I follow way too many Marvel accounts on like all of my socials that getting a spoiler will just be inevitable. So I have seen this movie before, but I only watched it once and there are a lot of details of course that I won't remember, so this will be a second time watching it with you guys. If you didn't already know, I have made videos on multiple Marvel and DC things, and I've made a Marvel/DC playlist which I put above right now. But if you are already a subscriber of mine, you will know that I try to theme my outfits based on what I'm watching in my videos, and the hair today may be a little bit much for Quantumania, but in all honesty I've been trying to test out a look for Beyonce because I'm seeing her in just over a week, and I thought if I'm wearing makeup and doing my hair for this video, I might as well test out a look. So the hair, ignore the hair, this is not for Quantumania, but the outfit, I've gone for a blue. I tried to go for like an electric blue because of obviously Kang's powers or something. I don't remember a lot of details from the movie, but looking through the posters and some of the pictures, there's a lot of blue. I am also getting a lot of purple as well. I couldn't find any purple to match with this look, but I do have a little fan that I bought in the Philippines when I was there last month, and it is quite hot, especially with the hair this big, so I will be using this as part of the look and also to keep me cool. For our Marvel themed necklace today, I have gone for my cap shield necklace. This is one of my favorite necklaces from my collection, and I've chosen this necklace just because Scott was Team Cap back in Civil War. I don't have any Ant-Man themed merch at the moment, so we've just gone for our cap shield necklace. But without further ado, let's just get on with this video. I love how it is the first one suggested. I love the colors of this banner right here. So this movie is now streaming on Disney Plus, which is why I'm able to cover it, and I'm filming it on the day of the release. So this is why it is the first one suggested, which I love. Also, I didn't point this out at the start of the video, but we have of course got our Marvel sign back up. I have this one up every time I do a Marvel video. However, I don't always put the cap shield up because she's a little bit temperamental. She's fallen down multiple times in the past. She's just a little bit unstable. So we put her on the other side today. I know it looks a little bit better when she's flipped and I put her on the other side of the Marvel sign. But I think she's happier this way. But if she falls, then we're just gonna scrap her and just keep the Marvel sign up. It has been a hot minute since I've been able to do that for you guys. So for you guys, when you first went to see this movie, if you went to see it in the cinema or if you're watching it for the first time, now it's streaming, what was your mindset going into it? Were you excited for it? Are you getting Marvel fatigue? I know that that's very common. I know sometimes I do suffer it myself. I'm always a Marvel girl, but sometimes the rate at which they're making these Marvel movies can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes, but I will always go and see it. I will always be a Marvel girl no matter what. But for me personally, I went in very, very excited to watch this movie because I could see the potential, and we've been very interested in the quantum realm since they first introduced it to us in Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second movie of this trilogy.
What is this place?
So what did you guys, so initial thoughts before going in to see the movie? Because mine were high expectations, and I think that had its impacts on how I came away from this movie. But watching it for the second time, it may be different.
Scott, what about now? What's next? Where does the ride take you?
I love Paul Rudd though. He's great in everything.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Will I be there when the Avengers need me? Absolutely.
Oh, he wrote a book. Look out for the little guy.
Look out for the little guy. Make mistakes.
Lang!
Come on. I know her from somewhere. In the cinema, I was like, who is she? I know her blonde, and I believe Supernatural, Cass's host, what was his name? Jimmy something? His daughter And doesn't she become a hunter? I think, I don't know, I haven't seen the show in so long. It's still a part of my soul, but I didn't watch all the way to the end of it though.
A guy dressed like a bee tried to kill me in my room when I was 6. I've never had a normal life.
Do I want to get into it this early into the movie? I'll return to it when the thing that bothers me about this movie gets into full swing. It's starting a little bit and I'm seeing it now. I'm trying to go into it, giving it a fair chance.
I was just happy to meet a raccoon who could talk.
Same thing that happened with Shang-Chi. The whole movie, I've loved it, always loved it. But the middle section where we met... What was his name again? The one who was pretending to be the Mandarin. I didn't like that part of the movie when I went to see it in the cinema, and I went to see it twice. And I went and got some food the second time I went in the cinema so I could skip that part of the movie because I just really didn't like it. So maybe this being the second time I'm watching this, I'll like certain bits more.
Aren't you the guy who flew all the way to Germany just to fight Captain America at the airport?
Fight with Captain America.
They're on the same side, okay?
You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm.
Turn it off! Stop and tell us what's wrong!
There's something I should have told you.
Of course. It's the classic, I need to tell you something and then gets interrupted. This is cool. You know, I do like how this movie is filmed. I like the editing. At the moment, we'll talk about the CGI later. I do like this. I've always loved when they go into the quantum realm, the way that they do it. It's very cool to me. Very similar to, you know, the first Doctor Strange, when they go into like all the different dimensions as well. I do like this. I love the vibrant colors.
Cassie.
You really gotta know your own strength, because what if he just crushed her when it was against his chest like that? Sorry, I'm watching too much The Boys.
Mom! Janet!
Sarah Harding! How many Sarahs do you think are on this island? 10 points if you get that reference.
It's okay.
What are we gonna do?
It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. We're okay. It's gonna be okay.
You're saying okay too much.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it's because we are. We're okay. We are fine.
I know what bothered me about this movie, and I don't know if it's just they did it so much in this movie or I've just never noticed it in other movies, but the rack focus on like all of these shots. The background is so blurry, and I know it's because the whole thing is a green screen to make it look more natural, right? But it's something that just really stood out to me, especially on a big screen when you're in the cinema. It doesn't bother me too much, but it's just something that I never noticed before, and then I noticed it now, so it was kind of just like always there. How did you know you wouldn't have been burned? I would have thought that was a sun. Obviously like a tiny sun. We know how small we are. I think pacing wise this movie is good. I wasn't expecting them to get so, like, they kind of got into the plot immediately, which I do appreciate. I guess it's easier to do when you've already have that the groundwork already set up with like the first two movies as well as the rest of the MCU, right?
We can talk about
We don't have time to talk, Henry.
No, you need to tell us.
And why didn't you listen? I told you to stay away from here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No! Why does Disney do this? I went to pause it. And it went right back to the start. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Why? Disney, your user interface is so shite. Like truly, truly bad. They're in the middle of an argument.
Drink the ooze!
What?
I'll handle this.
This is what I'm saying. It's so blurry in the background, and I understand why it is. Not that I have the skill set for it, but I'm sure I've seen it done better than this green screen that's going on here. I love a little rack focus every now and again, but it's like the entire movie, essentially. Jeez. Wow. That's kind of cool. Drink the ooze. Drink the ooze! Drink the ooze! I wonder what it tastes like. Does he describe how it tastes? If it tastes like strawberry, maybe it'll be okay, but I doubt it'll taste like strawberry.
Hello. Oh, hi. You just drank me.
I did what? Oh.
He has 7 holes.
He's a telepath.
Then what's Earth?
We should torture them.
Why are you always trying to torture people?
Things come out of your holes.
Veb, stop asking about his holes.
Okay, I think this is maybe where it started for me. Something that's really important to me in movies is dialogue, and it's why, unpopular opinion I know, why I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because I think the dialogue is it's off, and I don't like the humor. It's too forced, and I will say it now, I don't like the dialogue of this movie a lot of the time. I want to say about 60% of the dialogue I'm not enjoying, and that's what kind of throws me when watching this movie. It kind of takes me out of it if I don't like the dialogue. I think something's off about the humor, and it's a shame because I really like the first Ant-Man movie. The second one was decent, and this one, at least in the dialogue and the humor, it falls a little bit flat for me. But certain elements are beautiful. I do love the camera work a lot of the time. I think the story is pretty decent, but we can dive more into that as the movie goes on a little bit. There is one thing of this movie that I would say it's its saving grace, and when we get to it, I'll point it out. You guys probably already know, you guys probably think the same thing. And in recent news, it's a little bit upsetting that this is the saving grace of this movie. If you know, you know, we'll get to it.
Drink those.
Is it a language? That's so convenient. Isn't that so convenient? Like, why would you need to have this drink though? Like, how often do people from other dimensions come here? Right? Or is that just a thing because of Kang? Like, it must be more common than we think if they have a drink specifically for this, right?
Dime?
Yeah! Groundhog Day! I'm sure he's in a lot of other things, but I know him from Groundhog Day. Is he from Ghostbusters? I've never seen it, actually. Breaking my silence. I've never seen any of the Ghostbuster movies, but is he in that too? I think I'm wrong. Sorry.
Well, I don't think I would have told my kid either. Wild stuff.
How wild.
Thing is, not nice to hear. However, it was 20 years and she did have hope she would get back to him. But 20 years, I don't know. What's right and wrong here?
He built his citadel on the bones of our people.
Why are there so many human-looking people down here?
We can help.
Girl, what do you mean?
This is not our fight.
Just because it's not happening to you doesn't mean it's not happening.
She's disappointed in you.
I got that. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like that could have been funny, but it just wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something missing from the humor. There could be something, and then it misses the mark for me. Do you eat it? Is he eating it? Oh!
Kryler, we're looking for friends of ours.
Oh my god, it's like watching the deep eat the octopus again. Oh my god!
Are you not human?
Not technically, but yes, in the ways that matter.
What? Can you explain to me why you look like a human then, please? I need this explanation.
What happened to you?
He can be very persuasive. Let's pay him a visit.
Now! There we go.
Cover me?
Always.
Like that too. That just was super intense for what reason? Yeah! Vengeance! It's so cute!
That guy?
I was down here for 30 years,
30
Henry.
years.
I've got needs too.
Oh my God! What went wrong?
She wasn't you, baby.
Oh.
Patsy, let's go!
Oh, she had to leave them! I thought she was gonna go back. What happened to her suit? I know she wears that at some point. I just don't remember why she doesn't wear it now.
Cassie! Oh no.
There's her suit, just as I asked. She heard me. She thought, why am I not wearing my suit? That's a good point, Monica.
Okay, I have a suit.
Yeah.
Oh, because of Dad. Okay, she was hiding it from Dad.
Momentum, right? Jump, tap, right? One move, jump, tap.
I know how to do it, Dad.
Oh, do you? Yeah. Really? Because like that. You see what I did? You see what I did?
See, these two are doing it for me.
I jumped and tapped.
Paul Rudd, man, he's everything to me. Here we go.
Is someone in there?
Wouldn't it have been better? Okay, do people prefer it if he would have kept the mask and we didn't see his stretched out face? Honestly, I think he looks goofy, but I'm not that duped by it because I don't know the original character that he's supposed to be. Like, I don't have the comic knowledge or if he was in any of the cartoons.
Darren?
But it does look kind of funny.
I almost didn't recognize you.
He's supposed to be comedic in this movie, right? And but in the comics, he's like scary.
There is only MODOK!
The bit where he goes, this bit's still in my brain. He goes, but look at me. I'm such a dick. That's hilarious to me. I can't wait for that bit. Do you guys like the suit at least before the CG face? I'm just curious because I want to understand exactly what the issue is with this character.
It's a big face.
It's a big face. It's giving the face of Bo from Doctor Who.
It's an acronym. Mechanized organism designed only for killing. Actually, that's MODOK. Just now noticing the baby legs.
Enough baby legs.
He said he was a traveler, a scientist who crashed off course.
Okay, I'm gonna say right now, Kang is the saving grace of this movie. We don't have to talk about the actor because that whole thing is really tragic and I don't know what Disney's gonna do, honestly. But just on his performance in this movie, phenomenal job, okay? And when I first watched the movie, it is one of the only reasons why this movie wasn't a complete flop for me, because of how compelling his performance was in this movie.
It took ages, but we did it. Let's go home. His ship was neurokinetic.
Right.
Connected to his thoughts.
Oh, that's sick and also convenient for the plot here.
I saw his mind. I felt what he had done. Entire worlds. Entire timelines.
Obviously, he knows what she saw. That's cool. I like that. The soundtrack, like the zoom. It's good.
He didn't crash here. He was exiled here.
So how many years was that into her being in the quantum realm? How long were they working on it?
Let me take you home.
And then, what are you going to do?
Win.
He is very compelling to watch as an actor. Hey, there's the suit! Isn't that his classic suit from the comics? He's got the Joker colors. Clever. This is so clever what she does here. I love this bit. So good. Because if she just smashed it, he could just put it back together again. But because she blew it up, he doesn't have pin particles, he doesn't have the tech to shrink it back down. He's stuck. It's so clever.
Now that he had his suit back, he became a conqueror.
Right, so his suit makes him powerful then.
He's got weapons and technology centuries beyond anything we can dream of.
Okay, so what I remember from Loki is that he's just very, very smart. So he made all this tech, and that's how he's super powerful.
I spent years fighting him, running from him, hiding from him.
So it must have been near the start. Near the start, she said she was years alone. So a couple of years alone at least, and then she saw him, and then they spent a couple of years together rebuilding his thing, and then it was a good chunk of her time down there that she just spent fighting him then.
And if he's got Scott and Cassie, he's got pin particles.
At a head start, exactly.
All the people that could possibly have pin particles are in the quantum realm right now. All of them have been sucked in. Like, what is the coincidence? He's just a lucky guy. He has everything he needs.
You're an Avenger. You're not the one with the hammer.
That's Thor. We get confused a lot.
MODOK tells me you're a good thief. Janet stole something from me, and you're the only one who can steal it back.
Is it stealing? Don't you just need to throw some shrinking particles onto it? Am I missing something? Because I know he goes in there and then he sees a bunch of himself. I don't get why he has to go inside. It's fine. I guess we'll see.
I don't live in a straight line.
Time is all wibbly wobbly.
You will bring me what I need, or I will kill your daughter in front of you, then make you relive that moment. over and over again in time, endlessly, until...
That's a threat. That is a threat right there. It's not even that I'll kill her. It's I'll kill her and then you have to relive that moment for all of eternity. And you know he'll do it because why would he need to keep Cassie alive? Like, there's no need. I would not call his bluff, my guy. See, if we separate him from his suit, then he won't be as much of a threat.
But first, very quickly, let me tell you about my partnership with Fandomian. I have partnered with Fandomian to let you guys know about some amazing Marvel merch they have in store. Now, they do have merch covering many other fandoms as well, but their Marvel items are what have really caught my eye. Their seemingly endless Spider-Man merch is a must-have. It's free shipping to all orders over $49.90, and if you click the various links in my description box and use the code MONICA, you will get 10% off your entire order. Thank you, Fandomian, for partnering with me, and be sure to check them out. Their stuff is really cool.
Is that not a plan at all in this movie to get him out of the suit? I guess how could you do that? But I mean, doesn't anyone even think to do that? That's kind of sick.
Once you're inside, find the core and size it back down.
Is this really a thief's job? Couldn't someone with just like a strong willpower, like strong mind?
The longer you're in there, the more your mind will come undone.
See, you need like a strong mind, right? This is not really a thief's expertise. They're just like, okay, well, he can do it because he's here. He's a thief, so why not? But I don't think his expertise would mean anything in this case. Like, she could have gone down and done the same thing, right? If she had like strong, I don't know. The main criteria is to have a strong mind. But I get it. They're trying to bring back the fact that he's a thief into the plot because as I understand it, Scott Lang is a made-up character. Like, he's not from the comics. Antman has always been Hank Pym. So they created Scott Lang and they made him a thief. So they're trying to bring back that skill set, I think, in every movie of the trilogy so far, which is cool. But I question why it's necessary for this particular task.
Can you hear me? Darren? Darren! MODOK, can you hear me?
What?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, quickly. Your mind is coming, it's going to be coming undone pretty soon.
Whoa.
You're in a probability storm.
Every choice you could make existing all at once.
Yeah, see, what you really need as a skill set for this task is someone who is decisive and quick.
Guys, hey, relax. Take it easy, breathe. Why are you dressed like that? Because I work at Baskin Robbins.
Do you have ice cream?
Do you have ice cream? Oh, no. Oh. Wait, so he made himself big and then it fried him? So not the option to go for to try and get that then. Mom! What are you doing? Here we go. This is cool though, this concept of a probability storm.
I got this! Got this!
Why though? Why is that happening? Why? Because he's just like, if the real one did that, would it be okay? Like, why? This is wild! Giving very Doctor Strange.
Where are you, Scott?
See, Hope is doing so much better. And she's not a thief. She just has a strong mind.
Dad.
Come back.
I think people were like pooping all over this actress, but I don't think she's a bad actress. I just don't think the writing is particularly good for a lot of people's dialogue.
Everyone, let's go! Come on!
I think this is cool. I like how they do this because it kind of ties into all the things that he's learned along his journey in this trilogy. I think this is clever. And it seems that this potentially was the only way this would have worked anyway. So, because if he made himself big, it wouldn't have worked. He needed all of the rest of him to hoist him up. Yeah! Oh, I guess also her. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Janet has a way of changing her mind.
Not him having trust issues with her. Well, I mean, she wasn't given all the information when she helped you. She changed her mind when she got new information. And I think that's okay. Like, generally speaking on other things, but specifically here, she has every right to not want to help you if you're going to destroy all the dimensions, all the universes.
I think.
Why would you ever reveal your face? No one's going to take you seriously.
Holy shit, Darren.
You look terrible.
What happened to you?
Do I need to take it?
I mean, I think you could. I don't know why you're hesitating. Yeah, just do that. Why did you dilly-dally? I do like this. I like that these two had a face-off because I think it makes sense. Oh, I mean, it's short-lived, but at least they had something. Kind of like with No Way Home, people were missing the face-off between Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Green Goblin. I feel like this, if they didn't have some type of face-off between Hank and Darren MODOK, it would have been a little bit wasted. I know it's short-lived, but I think it was good that they had a little bit of something in there, you know?
My variants. I saw the multiverse, and it was dying. All because of them.
This is interesting because isn't this sort of the same thing as what He Who Remains was saying? Because he's like, if you kill me, it releases the multiverse. We don't have the one timeline anymore. So if you kill me, it's doom. And now the Conqueror is also saying basically the same thing. If you kill me, then they'll all be released and there's nothing that anyone can do. So, they all believe that they're helping. Like, what is this? Jump and punch! Jump and... No? Okay, we're going stealth. Okay, never mind.
Pass through some sort of time dilation. They live thousands of years in a single day, expanding their knowledge, their science.
That's pretty cool, man. I love the smart ants. Yeah! Jump attack! Jump attack! Oh, ain't no way that works.
He's not invincible! I know it might feel like...
I thought she was gonna say, like, strip him of his suit, but that might be a little bit sus. I realize now why just taking his clothes off may not be the best, but it is where his power comes from. He's humongous, right? Woo! Gee! That's how small Hope is on his shoulder? Woo!
You lied to me!
Wow.
Our word is our bond!
Keep going. I've got them. Yeah! I can't hold them!
That was short-lived. Oh, here we go. Reinforcements! I love the moment in movies where they think they're losing and then they get reinforcements. It's a trope as old as time, but I do love it. Makes me feel so, I don't know, warm inside.
What is the bridge code?
I'll die first.
18147.
Mind readers are so OP. He could have done a lot more, honestly. Wow, she grew big too! I think I like that. I guess it's the same with the first movie, but you're showing that there is some skill that comes with having a Pym particle suit or like an Antman suit.
I don't know what to be.
Wait, this is the bit.
Tell me what to be.
I don't know. Don't be a dick.
It's too late. Look at me.
Such a dick.
I'm such a dick.
It's never too late to stop being a dick.
It's just his delivery. Oh my god, I don't think that should have been that funny to me, but it really was. But look at me. I'm such a dick. Oh my god, let's put this fan to some use. Oh my god, that was... I was laughing so loud in the cinema as well. Sorry, as I was saying, it shows that what Scott does and what Hank has done in the past takes some skill. It's not just let me grow, let me shrink, and then I'm super powerful and I can do all this and that. There is some talent, there's stuff to learn when coming to it. Gosh, the way I completely forgot that she was here. Oh right, because she's having the face-off with him. This is cool. I like this. See him using his power. I just love when you can see the powerful person using their power. It doesn't seem like a big ask, right? But you'd be surprised the number of movies where they're like, this person's so powerful, and you like barely see them like actually using their power, like once or twice. Maybe it's good for impact, but for me, I'm a visual learner. Show me them like murking everyone. I need it.
Ready to go. Right now.
No.
Come on.
No.
I know. I have to go.
I think think she's really cool, and I feel like she could have been utilized, or like her character developed a bit more as well. I think there's potential there. I think I already know what I'm calling this movie. I think I decided when I came out of the cinema actually what I was going to call this video, sorry. This movie just had so much potential. I feel like it just dropped the ball on a lot of parts. Kind of the ending as well, so I'll come back to it at the very end. There was something I wish that they did, and I'll just come back to that later. Cool.
My name is Darren, and I am not a dick!
Stop. It's kind of giving Chicken Brett. I'm not Baby Brett anymore. I am Chicken Brett!
And I'm finally contributing to society!
Great movie. One of my favorite movies, by the way. You know, I'm surprised that this has not moved. This seems to be the new Marvel setup. It seems that this is sturdier. I don't actually know how it looks on camera. I know that the shield should really be facing the other way, but she's a little bit temperamental. She's a little bit touchy, so this is just what you have to be dealing with. Sorry.
You changed your hair.
What the hell?
You always were a brother to me.
What?
I was.
I jinxed it. What the hell? Ew. Alright, you're gonna have to wait, Darren, because just as I said, I can't believe this.
And at least I died an Avenger.
Nani? What? You know what? It doesn't matter. He's dying, so let him believe whatever. I can't believe I jinxed it. Of course that would happen. We have like 20 minutes left of the movie. Can you just stop? Obviously there's like a fake out ending here. Yeah. See, I love Paul Rudd and I love him as Ant-Man. However, I wanted some type of lasting impact for the main cast. Not Kang, but the main protagonists. That he would be stuck down here or something. And that's what he would either just be down here with Hope actually, or by himself. Because it did feel like they were, you know, they've been leading up to the Young Avengers. A lot of young, new faces kind of into, not replace, kind of replace the existing superheroes that we've got. Cassie seems to be, you know, better trained in the Ant-Man suit now. I just wanted some lasting impact. Like I wanted someone to be stuck here. But that's not what happens. And I just would have liked the ending to be a little bit more like bittersweet rather than everyone's happy, no consequences other than the Kang thing. Eee! Yikes, bro! Oh my gosh!
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
Yes. No! Gonna close. Oh, she stops him. See, she goes back, and I think it would have been great. Not that it would be happy, but I think it would have been good for the movie if they were both just stuck down here. And it was like, you know, for a good reason, for a good cause. And Cassie would have been sad, but she would have been proud of her dad for like standing up for something, you know, and making this decision for like a good cause. I would have actually liked this ending if this is where I ended, and then we got the end credit scene with the other Kangs.
You came back.
Yeah. See, I would have liked this. They had each other, but then there was consequences, you know? They're separated from the people they go back for. So she separated from her parents, he separated from her daughter. I don't know, I think this would have been such a good bittersweet ending. And they would have had a pretty decent life down here because, like, they saved everyone. Ugh. Like, I get that Cassie has been studying the quantum realm for however many years or something. She's like a super genius now. She can just do this thing immediately. Like, it wasn't even 5 minutes that they were stuck there. Could have been like a year or something, you know, then they would have a little bit of a lasting consequence, but no. Just the Kang stuff.
But you know what? Who said life has to make sense?
I do like this though. It fits the theme of Ant-Man. I quite like it.
You are the other boy. You get big and small.
Just a coffee, please.
$12.
12! To make up for all the free ones, right?
He also said something bad was coming. And that everyone would die if he didn't get out. Wait, so did I just kill everyone? What did I do?
Or maybe it's fine.
You know what? It's probably fine.
That's how I deal with my problems. I'm like, did I just mess up everything? Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I love her jumper. Not a good cake.
Oh. Ugh.
All right, we know what to do. We're gonna skip to the end credits.
You sure he's dead? If it wasn't true, I wouldn't call you.
This must suck. This end credit scene in particular must suck for Marvel right now, considering the fact that they've terminated the contract with Jonathan Majors, right? I wonder how they're gonna do it. So what people are suggesting, and I personally really love this. I don't know his name, but the actor who played the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he did a fantastic job in his role. So they could just say that he was a Kang variant and then have him continue. This sucks because it's like all of them. That was suck for Marvel, bro. Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, you guys know I've already seen it. Watched it by myself actually in the cinema. But if you wanted to know a little bit of my thoughts, I have made my thoughts, at least I've given it a rating on my letterbox. But I've also, while we wait for the end credits, I'll just give a little shout out. I think it should be out now, if not in a couple of days. I'll put it on my community tab and I will of course link it down below when I have that link. I was a guest on a podcast again. I've been a guest at this podcast before. It's called the CCC. It was super fun. It's always fun when I talk with these guys. The first time I was on their podcast, I only spoke to Joshua, but this time round I was speaking with everyone there. We had a couple of other guest speakers as well. It was a really fun time. We were talking, if you don't know, their podcast is called Comics, Culture, and Cosplay. I don't know if that's the right order. So obviously talking about things like Marvel and DC Comics and everything like that. And I do give my brief overview thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I didn't want to give too much away because of course I will be doing a dedicated video when that comes on streaming in a couple of months. So check that out whenever I drop the links for that. And thank you to the CCC for having me. It was a really fun time. It's always really fun when I talk to you guys.
Time is everything. We can shape.
Here we go. There he is.
Made him sound like this terrifying figure. He is.
Oh, that's it. Interesting. I love that. I do love that. All right, guys. So I know that a lot of this video I was quite harsh on the critiques, I think. Hopefully it balanced out because some of this movie I did enjoy. It's not like a complete flop in my mind, but there are a lot of Marvel movies out and I want to say that this is like probably bottom 10 for me. I have spoken to a couple of people who do like this movie and that is completely fine. I just didn't that much. I don't think it's one that I'll be rewatching very often, if at all, honestly. I wasn't that excited when it came on streaming. I wonder how the numbers will do, especially because of all that's come out with Jonathan Majors, because I feel like he was something that social media accounts were focusing the promotion on, kind of, in a way. He did such a good job, he was amazing in this and this and this, and that's why people were watching the movie more or less to see him and his performance. And granted, it was one of the best parts of this movie, but they won't be able to use that as a promotional tool anymore. So I do wonder how this did on release date for Disney Plus, and honestly what they're gonna do with the character of Kang. They could just easily recast, well, they will be recasting, but I wonder how they're going to explain that to the audience, or just kind of pretend it wasn't a recast and just be like, yeah, this is what he looked like the whole time, kind of like with Dumbledore in Harry Potter, because you can't explain that. There was obviously circumstances that you couldn't control with that. The original actor passed away, so they just kind of recast and that was it, you know. My takeaway from the movie is that not the best. I wish the dialogue was a little bit better. On second watching, it wasn't as bad as I thought when I first watched it in the cinema, but I think that was also due to me having such high expectations for the movie. When I went in, I really wanted it to be amazing, and I was left a little bit disappointed in that. When I go into the second time watching it, I kind of have my expectations set at a lower level, so it's not that much of a disappointment. The parts that I did find funny shone through a little bit more because I was like, oh, I forgot that there were actually some funny parts of this movie. So maybe it's the mindset that you have going into this particular movie. Kind of the same with Love and Thunder. You have to go into that movie. It's a very stupid movie, but you need to go into it with the mindset that don't take it seriously in the slightest, and then you'll get a lot more out of it than you would if you were going in to watch like something that you thought was gonna blow your mind, you know? But again, if you liked this movie, that's completely fine. Like what you like, man. I'm not here to tell you what you should like. I'm just saying what I wanted to say about it. The MODOK, I thought he was funny, but I can understand why people hated the way that his character was depicted. I don't feel that way, but I can understand why. I thought he was funny. So quick little announcements. I'll probably make the same announcements on my community tab in a couple of days. But I mean, let me know what you guys thought of this movie. I'm very interested to know if you liked this movie at all, where it ranks. Maybe not rank it completely, but is it in your top 10, your bottom 10? Like where, middle, top, bottom tier, or what for you guys? I am very interested to know what parts you did like, what parts you didn't like. Has it changed since watching it multiple times after you watched it the first time? What were your expectations? Just let me know. Just word vomit in the comment section about what you thought of the movie. I'm always interested to know what you guys think. But I think that is it for today's video, guys. If you wanted to hear more from me, my socials are also linked down below. That is my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok, and my Letterboxd account. They are all at Monica Catapusan, same as my YouTube name. And thank you guys for watching if you stayed until this point, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Munchkins!